Yo, what's going on?
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
How are you? How are you? How are you? How is everyone today? Look at this watch. Look how beautiful this watch is, man. So this came out in 2020. It's called the Omega Speedmaster Snoopy Edition 50th anniversary. Dude, the thing is, retail price is $11,900, but it's basically impossible to buy this. Right now, the market value is between $16,500 to $18,500. It's basically impossible to buy at retail. It's impossible, man. It's a 50th anniversary because if you don't know, the Silver Snoopy Award is given to NASA astronauts. And Snoopy and NASA are partnered up, essentially. Look how cute and beautiful this watch is, man. And you gotta look at the case back, too. It's so cute. You see Snoopy go across. It's so adorable, honestly. It's one of the watches I really want. I will get one day. I don't mind paying the extra premium. If I have to pay $16,000 to $18,000, brand new, obviously, that's fine. I'll take it. Anyways, guys, we have a few videos. We have 2 videos specifically. Now, if you have any videos you want me to watch, send me them now. 1 or 2 videos. But today, we're looking at Smokin' Currie. Taste 10 of the hottest peppers in the world. Now, me personally, I have an okay spice tolerance because I'm Asian. But the hottest peppers in the world and eating 10 of them at the same time, that's not my jazz, man. That's not my jazz. Now, I will say this though, I do enjoy eating peppers. I actually do. I enjoy eating red peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers. Well, number one, those are bell peppers, but actual chili peppers as well. Green chili peppers, red chili peppers. I love it. See, these ones? Bro, the little wrinkly ones, the one that look like wrinkly balls, bro. I know those are the spiciest ones. Spicy just hurts. It hurts, but it hurts so good. Dude, I know all the
Smokin' Currie. I'm a professional pepper breeder and hot sauce maker by trade, and I'm here to rank my favorite peppers from mild to wild. I'm gonna be
Bro, I already know the ones that look like this. Instant death.
ranking these peppers on 2 things
Instant
today:
death.
flavor, complexity, and heat. I'm ready to get into some peppers.
Me too, Ed. Jalapenos are easy, bro.
Jalapeno.
Easy.
Jalapenos are either green or red. Red jalapenos are the ripe version of this fruit.
I like green
There
ones.
is no way to tell from the skin whether a jalapeno is hot or not. Inside, it's got a very thick flesh on it. This red part is the flesh. And then the pith is this white part. A lot of people take the pith and the seed out, but seeds have no heat. They just give texture to your sauces. This pith is really where the heat is. These are called ribs. You can see the main part of the pith, and then there's a little cavity underneath. These ribs have some of the best flavor that's in a pepper. It's a very flavorful pepper. You get a
So if you just eat the flesh without the pit or the pith, there's no spiciness at all?
I would say that this pepper is in the high 5,000s, maybe even 6,000 to 7,000 on Scoville.
I'm like a sleeper agent, I'm not gonna lie. You guys remember the Winter Soldier from the MCU, the Marvel movies? You know how from that book, Zemo says some words and he activates into the Winter Soldier? I think after a few months on Instagram and TikTok, seeing all the 6'7" memes, every time someone says 6'7", it just activates. I just become activated, you know, and I gotta stop. So that's my bad. That's my bad.
Heat units. This jalapeno is right up here. Out of the peppers that I've brought, this one is the most flavorful with the mildest heat. Orange scorpion. I
Orange
love
scorpion?
the color and the texture of this pepper. It has all these ridges and bumps in it. That means that there's more area for the pith inside,
Which means
to
it's
grow.
spicier.
Scorpion peppers are very thin walled. The flesh is very thin. The pith is very thin. But
I wouldn't
they pack a lot of heat. This orange one
wouldn't touch
is really
that?
vibrant to me. You can smell it immediately. It's a very pungent pepper.
Let me see that pith,
pith
bro.
wall that I
Let me
was
see that
talking
pith.
about, it's really pronounced. But there's deep pockets. And if you look in these pockets, that yellow stuff is capsaicin.
That's a spice right
That's
there.
really hot. That is a chemical compound that our brain perceives as heat. Capsaicin is kind of akin to a poison to us. So the reaction is telling us hey, don't eat this. It's the plant's way of protecting itself. It releases huge amounts of endorphin and dopamine into your system. So you actually get kind of a rush while you're eating food with it.
No
That
wonder
produces
you want to keep
a lot
eating
of
it.
physiological effects. That's going to happen to everybody. The hotter the pepper gets, usually the less the seed production in it. Just a little teeny taste. And you can see those oils on my fingers.
You want gloves?
No. Gloves are for you guys, not for me. When I taste this pepper, the heat comes on almost immediately. Scorpions are more on the bitter side, but they have that floral note to them that really can bring out other flavor.
I wonder if his taste buds are so used to it now, because obviously he's a pepper farmer, pepper breeder. So he must have decades even of experience with these peppers. So I'm pretty sure he's going to have to try them every day, right? So I don't know. Maybe he has a tolerance. He built up such a high tolerance for them that his tongue gets numb.
I'm placing this pepper on the spicy side. It's one of the hotter peppers there is.
Carolina
Reaper.
Reaper.
This is the granddaddy of all the peppers. This is Smokin' Ed's Carolina Reaper, the hottest pepper in the world. The Guinness World Record right now at a low average of 1.642 million Scoville.
He created this?
Compared
How do you even create this, man? Well, he is a breeder. I mean, he's a professional, but geez, how would you? Pretty sure a lot of biology and science goes into it. But god damn, dude.
It's a very scary looking pepper. It's full of ridges and bumps and spikes, and it's got a little tail on it, and it just looks mean. That's a good indicator that this is going to be a seriously hot pepper.
Would it be a crime if you got some Carolina Reapers or some Scorpion, you cut it up into tiny pieces, and you sprinkle it on your friend's salad without them knowing? That has to be a crime, right? At a certain point of spiciness, it has to become a crime. Or maybe it's a crime if you just put jalapenos on them. I really do wonder if that's a crime or not.
I don't recommend anybody eat more than that.
What happens if you eat the whole thing?
If you don't chew it, it's going to get stuck in your throat, or it's going to give you a bellyache. At the risk of being the proud papa of this pepper, I'm still going to put it all the way up here.
Really spicy and most flavorful.
Flavor is amazing.
Can you even taste flavor at that heat?
Is stupid.
Like, can you really taste?
Peach Ghost. When
Peach
people
Ghost.
want to get into more intense peppers,
It's straight
I
spice.
always recommend the ghost pepper to start with. This has kind of a cinnamon note or a vanilla note.
Dude, look
when
at
you
that
cut
pith.
it
That shit's
open. There's a
huge,
higher
man.
seed pocket on this pepper, and the ribs are really, really thin. It has more of a bitter tone to it. It tastes like a cinnamon or a vanilla flavor. Earthy tones.
How could
too.
you even taste that when it's at that high level of spice? Like, I don't. Well, then again, he has decades of experience, so obviously he's trained. He's trained. His taste buds are severely cut, or they adapted. Who knows?
This is more like, okay, I'm gonna make stew with this.
No, you're not.
This
I'm not.
one has very little heat to it, but for the novice or
Yeah,
for the
average
average
person.
person, they're gonna think they're eating something very, very hot. Being one of my favorite peppers, I'm gonna put this on the more flavorful side, but I don't really think it's that spicy. I
Well, I
gave
mean,
this best all-around pepper, but barely hot to me. Chocolate Bootla. This is a pepper that more people should know about. The flavor is intense.
Does it taste like spicy
It
chocolate?
is an amazing pepper to cook with, and it is amazing pepper in sauce. Because it was bred with the chocolate scorpion, you should always expect this chocolate color. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies and a lot of bumps on this pepper. This is extremely thin-skinned. But if you
Look
look
at that pith,
inside,
bro.
the pith is almost red. It's got very dark tones to it. Most of the chocolate peppers have huge amounts of tannin in them. The heavy tannins in this give it a unique flavor that I've not found in any of the other chocolate peppers. I don't taste the heat right away.
Does it taste like
What I
chocolate?
get is that kind of citrusy floral
Never
flavor.
mind.
It spreads throughout the mouth, and because the tannins have activated on the sides of my tongue and like in the cheeks and in my gums, but then that heat builds. And it's one of those burns that starts in your throat and works its way up, not the opposite way. So once that burn starts, it's very, very hard to talk. This is the only pepper so far that has made me break a sweat. I'm gonna place it right about here.
It would be crazy though if it did taste like chocolate.
Because of the tannin experience that's happening. And the heat is great. I wouldn't recommend it for a beginner, but if you...
Oh shoot, I don't think you would recommend any of these peppers for a beginner, unless the jalapeno. The jalapeno itself, for most beginners, would already be too much. Red Scotch bonnet.
I love the Scotch bonnet. I just didn't think it was hot enough. So I might have played around a little bit with it in the Reaper. These peppers are beautiful. They look really smooth and classic, almost like a habanero. But if you get up close, you can see little teeny bumps. The red ones are the best all-around heat and flavor, in my opinion. When you cut it open, you see the difference. There's not really that many seeds inside, and they're pretty much combined to the upper pith. The skin texture is not the same. This one that's been bred with the Reaper has a very thin skin, as compared to this one that's with the Scotch bonnet, which is very thick. I'm gonna taste both of these because I like them. I could eat this all day long. This is a pepper that just tastes delicious. And it augments everything you put it on. There's no real heat to it for me. For the normal person, they'd say, oh, that's a little bit warm.
No, hello,
but
no.
For me, it's just like candy. This one that's been crossed with the Reaper, I'm not gonna eat such a big piece of. That's the part I like. As far as hot peppers go, they're a medium pepper that anybody can enjoy.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'm gonna just stick to the jalapenos.
I don't think it's very hot at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to the jalapeno.
Red habanero.
Habanero.
Habaneros are known for their smooth
Oh, they're not
skin.
hot. They're not that spicy at all.
They're also known for their unique shapes. If you go to the habanero bin at your local grocery store, it's hard to find two that are exactly the same. But the color on the inside is more like the skin on the outside. There's not a lot of
it looks pretty. Doesn't look aggressive at all.
Tissue on this pepper. The
Does it look like my freaking dried up
and
ball?
the ribs are pretty thin. You don't get sweetness. You don't get like an earth tone. You get like the tones you get out of honey. Right now, I'm starting to experience that heat.
Wait, so Scotch bonnets are less spicier than habaneros? They're regular staple Jamaican food. If you haven't had Jamaican food, I recommend you try it. I've never had Jamaican food. I think.
Right about here in my throat, and it's working its way up my tongue. Even though it's the most widely used pepper, I believe that it is a very overrated pepper. And if you're really looking for a unique experience, there's plenty of other spectrums.
Like a
to go
Scotch
to.
bonnet.
The heat level on these peppers is not there. And the flavor is really bland. And for me, it's blah, blah, blah.
Interesting. Cayenne peppers.
I've seen more varieties that are called cayenne than any other variety of pepper. They pair well with just about everything out there, from fish to fowl to meat to cheese. We've actually made ice cream with cayennes. This variety is one that we've bred out that is extremely tasty, and it grows very large. We're just gonna go down into the small part and again into the big part. Very little seeds.
Dude,
you're gonna get about 100 seeds as compared to a
like
normal
what,
cayenne.
70% flesh?
It tastes like Mother Earth to me, and what I want to do is get something else to put on it, like a goat cheese and maybe some
Dang it, man, I'm hungry now,
rosemary
bro.
or sage.
I want some Korean barbecue.
This is my favorite pepper. They've got no heat at all. And by no heat, I'm saying, maybe
Cayenne pepper, to my knowledge, is
10,000
a staple in
20,000
Jamaican
Scoville
cuisine.
units. I would rank it best all-around pepper, as far as I'm concerned, for the
What they
everyday
use?
cook.
Fresno, California?
It is a bittersweet pepper. It has that kind of sweetness that the jalapeno flesh has, but right afterwards comes a very bitter flavor. You're gonna see that just like the jalapeno, it's a very thick flesh pepper. It's got a lot of seeds in it and a very high pith as opposed to the long pith that the jalapeno had. It smells like medicine. It really does. I'm trying to.
I think all the ones that he's has. I think the only peppers I ever had in my life probably jalapenos, habaneros, and cayenne.
On the fourth or fifth chew, you get this burst of sweetness. But what it is bitter beforehand and then bitter afterwards to me. We've never had them over 3,000 Scoville when we tested them. They're very mild pepper. Works really well in hot sauce and works really well in cooking. It's not a very tasty pepper at all. And it has no heat. So I'm going to place it in the bottom quadrant. To me, it tastes like Angostura bitters.
What?
It's got that little bit of sweetness, but unless you're mixing it with something, it's not worth having.
Mustard Apocalypse is a crazy. Mustard Apocalypse is a crazy name.
This mustard apocalypse that we've bred out. This apocalypse, to me, is a much sweeter pepper than its parent, the Moruga scorpion. The tail, to me, is the fruitiest part of the pepper. This one I love because it's really dynamic. Fruity, floral, bitter. Okay, you get all three of those tones to it. On the high side, you got that thick seed wall, and the skin's a little bit thicker on the top. And then as
I'm trying to get the terms now. We got flesh, seeds, and pith.
you move down,
well, flesh and seeds
it
I
gets
knew.
thinner and thinner and
Not
thinner.
the pith.
It has a lot of pith to it. And the ribs are a little bit thicker than your normal super hot. I think that's why it has such a good heat. There's not as much oil production in these as there has been in other peppers, but there is a lot of pith that's going to be holding that.
I want to try African food too. So damn
if you're
bad.
going to eat it fresh, it all depends on what you want to eat. If you cut it down at the bottom, you're going to get that fruity tone that I was talking
Fruity,
about.
so you're going to make
if you
me
get
zesty?
this middle section, that's going to be more of the. I'm going really thin on the top because I know this is going to be bitter and smoking hot.
Be spicy
My
mustard.
favorite thing to do with this pepper is to use it in salsas, but I also use it in condiments. This pepper is extremely good for hot sauce because you get a great heat without having that overtone or overpowering heat. It's a slow burn. It's not that immediate upfront slap in the face. For those who are ready to go past the ghost pepper,
I'm not.
This is your next go-to pepper.
I'm going to stick with the jalapenos and the habaneros and the cayennes. I think I'm just going to stick there, stay in my lane, just live my life.
I gave it a 3-in-1 above the Bootla because it has those three unique flavor profiles just in one pepper. There you have it. These are some of my favorite peppers to grow and some of my favorite peppers to cook with. Start on the low end, work your way up. Most of all, it should be something that you enjoy, not something that destroys you.
Is it true that milk and dairy products really do lower the heat? He doesn't need it, man. He's built different.